bank and get my ass to Vegas. Start my midlife crisis correctly. So, been a while since I posted anything on my YouTube channel. And to be honest, I've been kind of hiding from the world. Everything going on with all the craziness in the world, and I don't have much family left, and it's hard to keep up with friends and stuff when there's so many restrictions on get-togethers. But out here in Fallon, it's not been too much of an issue. Everyone kind of sticks together and takes care of each other, and it's not too much of an issue out here. Everyone wears their masks, and you know, there's not too many rebels. It's an older population out here, so you know, people are compassionate, I think, towards, you know, the general population. All the older folks, they wear their masks and stuff, and every once in a while you'll see the token redneck Trump supporter in defiance not wearing his mask at Wally Mart there. But generally it's a nice quiet community. There's not much going on. There's nothing really exciting in town. Casinos are open. There's a couple restaurants that are open. And funny thing about Nevada, I think it's been the last 6 months or so, if you go into a restaurant that's lucky enough to still be in business and capable of doing business, you're required to have a reservation. And which is fine, but nobody takes the time to call. You know, it's people just go out. They want to eat. They want to have fun. They don't want to mess with, you know, reservations at a greasy spoon diner. Come on now. So what I do is I walk in the front door and they say, "Oh, hey, so you made a reservation. Who is it?" You know, and they're wink, wink. You know. So I always say I'm the governor of Nevada, Steve Sisolak. Reservations for Steve Sisolak. And then, you know, it's all fun and games and stuff, but then I started thinking, oh great, is that an invitation to hawk one in my my diner food there? You know, little extra gravy on the chicken fried steak. So I don't check in as Steve Sisolak anymore. I did check in as Gavin Newsom a few times, and I think people got the joke. But this is that town where it's just good American people, and if you're looking for a good town in America that is free from the BS and the hustle and bustle, when you drive through that town, there's two things. First, how big is the American flag that they're flying in that town? If they have a comically huge American flag on a giant flagpole, chances are that town has good values. They care about the people. And the second thing about going to, you know, small town America or anything like that is, if you've got an entire day, go into Walmart, go in the morning and see what the morning crowd looks like. Then go closer to dinner, you know, about 4 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon when people are getting off of work, and you'll get to see a good swath of who the people are in the town, and then go again closer to closing time. I think most of the Walmarts are closing about 9, 10 o'clock at night. I don't think they're 24-hour anymore. But get in there and you'll see the wide swath of the people that live in any town in America. If you go to the Walmart, if you have a day, you know, walk in there, and you know, sometimes they got a McDonald's or whatever, you know, get your breakfast, get your coffee in the morning, and you'll really see what a town is made of by looking at the Walmart. And that's the thing is that's one of the few businesses that stayed open this entire time, and that's just kind of crazy, right? So I'm gonna stop here at the Maverick and top off the gas tank. This will be my first tank of fuel in my new to me Land Rover Discovery, and catch up with you in a minute. All right, all fueled up and ready to go. So, what am I up to? It's Wednesday, about 8 o'clock at night here in Fallon, Nevada, and I am taking a much needed vacation. I am going to Vegas tonight. I've already got a room reserved, and 2 o'clock in the afternoon I've got a Porsche rental, and I am literally going to use up all the unlimited miles in a 24-hour period and circle Las Vegas on the highway, freeways. They've got a beltway. I think it's the Bob Woodward Beltway, Parkway. And I'm going to circle that thing. It's 79 miles around from what I can tell. And I figure if I cruise about 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, I can get at least 1,400 miles in a 24-hour period. I would figure it's going to be $300 in fuel. But yeah, that's the plan. So the car that I rented, I think it's a 2016 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. It's in that crazy purple. It's called Ultraviolet. This one, I think it's got some mods on it. From the pictures, it's got the wheels blacked out, and there's no chrome or anything like that. It's, you know, chrome's not cool anymore. But it's a rental from Royalty Exotics. I've been watching their YouTube channel and really getting into their channel. It's the guy that runs it. His name's Houston, and he's a younger dude. He's the entrepreneurial spirit, and he's got quite a cool establishment there. It'll be nice if I get a chance to meet him tomorrow, but you know, I'm a little reclusive. I don't need to meet people, honestly. I just there to rent the car, circle Vegas a bunch of times, and yeah, 24 hours straight. It comes from a childhood dream of mine. I've always been fascinated with the 24-hour Le Mans, and if you know your history, Porsche is very successful at that race, always has been. And so I get to live out my childhood dream a little bit, and it should be cool. So I'll bring you guys along, and I do have some friends there in Vegas right now that will help me do some filming if I need. And I'm going to stop here at this ATM machine and put some of my mailbox money away. Alright. Before I leave town here, I'm going to grab some dinner for the road. I think it's just about 400 miles to Vegas from Fallon. I just got to run south on the 95. And should be an easy drive. We had some crazy windy weather today, and I think it's all calmed down. So I'll check in with you guys a couple spots along the trip, and there's not much to see out here in Nevada in the middle of the night. I work nights, so this is all normal for me, and we'll catch up to you later. The joys of small town living. This Taco Bell is usually quite crowded all the time. Not too many people in line, but there's times that this line is backed up all the way to the street. All that for crappy taco, burrito, whatever food. All stuff I shouldn't be eating. But food loves me. That's a terrible addiction. That's worse than drugs and alcohol, because at least there you can go to Passages Malibu and get pampered. People worry about you. Oh, you're addicted to smack, and you're ruining your Hollywood persona. We need to give you some help. Here's the beach. Here's a piano. Here's some food. Live it up. But when you're just a fat fuck like me, it's like, get out of the way, fatty. Nobody cares about you. That's the curse of the essential worker right now. I'm a truck driver, and you know, there is a slight worry about getting sick and not being able to keep up with work and stuff, but I've run non-stop for over a year now, and very, very little time off. You know, little time on the weekends, and you know, no time to do what I'm doing right now with this Vegas trip. But hopefully this will re-energize my soul. I usually once a year I'll go to the California coast, and my favorite place to go is the Redwoods over there by Eureka, California, and that place has always been where I recharge my batteries. And this year I'll probably go later, but right now I'm thinking this little Vegas trip's going to be a lot of fun. So there's no real plans other than my crazy rental car that I'm going to drive around Vegas for 24 hours nonstop. And other than that, it's going to be fun. Once I get through this line here at Taco Bell, we can hit the road. It's funny, but maybe half the time I come here, the person ahead of me will pay for my food, and it's a nice gesture, but sometimes even though I'm the only one in the car usually, I kind of order for an entire family. So I always feel bad when the person ahead of me pays for my order, and I can hear the person at the drive-through window go, "Oh yeah, that's $16.25." And at Taco Bell, that's that's a big boy meal right there. That's not the little ground beef that you're getting from Taco Bell. That's their steak. That's their chicken, or whatever crazy special they got going on. Because I can't just order a meal. You gotta get me a, double wrap, double layer taco, something crazy. The menu at Taco Bell's changed, and I don't know if it's, you know, pandemic related or what, but they got rid of it used to be the number 4, I think, the Mexican pizza. And I was still on social media when it happened, and I think they were trying to play it up as cultural appropriation. You know, we don't want trademark American food drawing the ire of the Mexicans and the Italians. You know, we don't want them combining to bring goodness and happiness and joy to fat people all over the world. It's kind of a shame, but that's the way it goes in America. Home of the free and land of the afraid. Enough rambling.
Other dancers may be on the floor, here but my eyes will see only you. Only you have a magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. You know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
Going south on the 95, we're about 20 miles south of Fallon, coming up on the little town of Schurz. Got a couple truck drivers ahead of me. One's an Amazon driver, so he's going pretty fast, about 72. And then I think there's another truck ahead of him. It might be an RV though, but we've slowed down a little bit. When I get a chance up here, I'll pass him. There's not too many places to pass on this road. As fast as everybody drives, you really got to haul ass to get around people. Everybody that's going northbound's going pretty fast. You can see right there. Can't really tell. Chances are this Amazon driver is going to try to pass this other driver. You can see he's looking. The Amazon drivers, their loads really aren't that heavy. From what I've heard, a lot of times they're running empty. So they can move pretty quick. Coming around a turn here. Might be a chance to pass. Kind of in a hurry to get to Vegas. I left Fallon really late, so I'm not going to get into Vegas till probably 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, these drivers are slowing down too much for me. In order for me to get to Vegas by 3, I need to be cruising about 70. 75. I do have my radar detector with me, but I'm not using it in the Land Rover tonight because I know where all the cops hide. I've been on Highway 95 shit 20 years, and the thing about Nevada is you get out on these back roads, you can haul butt. They honestly, NHP, they only care about where the little towns are, where it goes from. Like here on the 95, it'll go from 70 miles an hour, then you'll pass a sign that says 55, then 35, and then 25 through the little towns, you know, like Tonopah, and that's where NHP needs to make sure people are slowing down. But you get out here in the middle of nowhere, you can really open it up. There's only a couple spots that NHP hides. Right now we're coming up into the Schurz area is part of an Indian reservation. I think it's Shoshone, it might be Paiute. But they have their own police force, and they do monitor traffic, so you know, there's little areas like this where you gotta be careful and watch your speed. But it's just like anywhere else. There's not too many speed traps, but and you just gotta be smart, you know, don't haul ass coming over a hill or around a blind turn, you know. But you can get out here where there's nothing. If you can see the road for 10, 20 miles ahead of you, there's no harm in, you know, 100 mile an hour or more. And that's the thing, is Nevada was one of the last states that had unlimited highway speeds. I guess they changed that in the 80s or the 90s. I think there's areas in Montana that there's no speed limit on. But some of the highways, I don't know if it's like that anymore with as litigious and fragile society is nowadays. I think their name of the game from now on is they're going to put a limit on everything. We already showed them what little bit the bureaucrats can limit us and how much we accept.
We'll give you everything and more. Strains too much, you can't take much. much more.